So to start, I'm wondering if you can just tell me a little bit about like how and why you kind of got involved with this really cool, really unique animated movie. What's the story of how you got cast in this part and what ultimately kind of made you want to be involved with Swapped?
When they came to me and they offered me the part, I think what made me want to get involved was the cast that they already had. They already had B. Jordan. I think they already had Juno Temple, and it was really an incredible Tracy Morgan, all of it, just a great cast. And that right away was enough for me to say yes. So, that was an easy
Sure,
yes.
totally. And like you said, such a talented cast, so much fun to see. And I gotta say, I thought the script for this was just really wonderful. Like I went into this one pretty blind. I'd seen some images of the movie, but I hadn't seen a trailer or anything. I didn't know too much about the story. And I just was like totally won over by this whole new world to explore and all these new characters. So I'm wondering if there was like an element to this movie, whether it be the specific character you're voicing in here, or just kind of a message or theme to the story that really stuck out to you when you were reading the script for the first time and kind of made you say, yes, I want to do this.
I think that I mean, quite frankly, I don't really remember reading the script because sometimes they don't really give you all of it. They're still working on it, and this has been a process over a couple of years. But I think like every time I walked into the booth and we worked on just sense of where the movie was going, and it was very, I loved empathy, compassion, putting yourself in other people's shoes, being stronger together. I loved all the underlying messages that they had. And every time I walked into the booth, something new, I'd find something new out. So that was a fun process.
Sure, totally, totally. And just, you've starred in a lot of things that I've loved throughout your career. I mean, Six Feet Under, Final Destination 2, the list goes on and on. I'm a big fan. But when it comes to like voicing animated movies or voicing characters in animated movies, but I'll just like what kind of draws you to this medium? Like, I don't know about you, but I kind of personally just feel that like animation can sometimes get a bum rap from people. Like, some people just approach it with the mind of it's for kids and only for kids, when
Right.
really it offers so much more. So, why do you think like a story like this, swapped in animation, is such an important form of storytelling?
Well, I think also, I mean, I think it's so magical. I think animation is just magical, and it's a really fun way to use your art in a different kind of way. And I think that I don't know why animation gets animation. I mean, like I love Bob's Burgers. I love all of that stuff. Sometimes I'll be on the plane watching animation, a little bit embarrassed, hoping nobody because I'm of a certain age. But I think that you just, you know, you have a lot of great lessons in animation. And then there's the music and it's just magical to me. So that's why I like it. And it's really fun to see your voice on all these different characters and to see how the your life and that brings your voice alive. So all of it is really fun.
Sure, sure. And it again resulted in just such a fun movie. Like
Yes.
I'm just having a blast watching this
Yes.
one yesterday. I loved it so much. Kind of bouncing off of that. I mean, like you said, you've been in a lot of live action stuff, but do you have a certain process for like preparing for an animated role like this? Like, do you find yourself either watching or rewatching like other animated movies that have similar characters or concepts to something like Swapped when you got this part? Or do you just kind of go into the recording booth fresh and just focus like what's on the page?
Yeah, exactly. You just kind of hope that you just, your voice is rested, your voice is hydrated, and you just go in there and yeah, what's on the page and trust in the creative team because you're not in so many times you're not in the booth, you're just by yourself and you don't even have the other actor's voice sometimes. You just have the director literally voicing the other actor. So it's just a lot of trust. You just have to trust that they know what they want and just walk in there with an open mind.
Sure, sure, totally. And I'm so curious what it's like to actually then like you do all this recording and then you see the movie for the first time because you have the script, you go in and you record your lines, but do you have any idea like what the actual movie is going to look like or what the animation is going to like give off? And what's kind of your reaction when you do see the finished product and you get to like actually see like this is the vision we have, like this is it.
They do that. They let you see if they've worked on it and it's out there, they always show it to you. Sometimes when you're in the booth, they'll say, "Let us show you the scene. Let's show you the scene before. Let's show you here." So you do get to see that during the process because you get a sense of what you look like. They do show it to you right away. They show you all of those things. Even when they offer it to you, they show you what the characters are going to look like, what it's going to be like. And it's always like with any project, it's a live action or animation. It's always incredible to see the finished product because it's not things that you would imagine, like it's always a really great experience and fulfilling experience to see the end product.
Sure, sure. And I mean the kind of character you're voicing, the Puku in here, they're so cute. It's I
Yeah,
want like 20 of them. I thought they were adorable.
they are cute.
And we kind of mentioned some of the other incredibly talented people that are part of this project too. I mean, besides yourself, we have Michael B. Jordan, Juno Temple, Tracy Morgan, Cedric the Entertainer, like the list goes on and on. And so I know you guys might not all be in the recording booth at the same time when you're kind of doing your lines for this movie, but did you have the opportunity to like actually meet them and record in person, or was it all like solo by yourself?
All solo. I didn't meet anybody. Yesterday was the first time I met Michael and Callan, who voiced young Ollie, at the premiere. But no, it was completely by myself in the booth. That was my experience.
Sure, gotcha. I'm sure it's still got to be super exciting. Like you said, this you were drawn to this project because there are so many cool people
Yeah,
involved with it, and to have your name up there with everyone else, I'm sure that's a great feeling.
very great. It's a very cool feeling. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. And one thing I love about Swapped is like kind of like we said before, it's an animated movie for kids and families, but it never feels like it's talking down to like children in any kind of way. Like it has real stakes, real life lessons that can be learned. That's not always the case with like some sort of animated movies that are more like geared to kids, but I was just really struck with this one, how it treats its audience like real people. It doesn't dumb down anything for them. So I'm kind of just wondering, what do you ultimately hope that people, and especially kind of the younger audiences who might be checking this out, get from the experience of watching Swapped?
I think that, first of all, I have a lot of faith in the younger audience. I think we can really learn a lot from young people. So maybe more people my age and people a little younger than me, walk away with more empathy, more compassion, understanding, what it's like to be in somebody else's shoes, thinking about that, and knowing that, you're stronger together and love always wins and all of that. It has all of those incredible and take care of the earth, take care of the earth, take care of the earth. But I think the young people are on track. I think they could teach us a lot of stuff.
Oh, sure, sure, definitely. I love that. Great answer. And kind of the world we're introduced in here, like we said, it's so unique. It's so full of just different characters that I've never seen in a movie before. And I love the story we're telling here. I'm just wondering, there's so many like unique ideas. Do you think that this is a movie that could like lend itself to a sequel? Like, would you be interested in continuing to explore this world and this character that came to you and said they wanted to make another? Or do you feel like this kind of concept is better off as a one-off?
No, I think that, it could for sure. I mean, there's always another story to tell. And if they wanted to include me, I'd be happy to be back in there. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Like I
Thank
said, I
you.
love it. So
Thank you.